Hello, YouTube. This is Tech or Rec, and we are about to start right now. We're going to start with a drum machine. We're going to use ULTRABEAT multi-output, which means it gives us more control over each instrument, the snare, kick, different levels, and such like that. So when you open this software instrument track, we're going to call it drums. Then, if you click here, you can see this crazy looking machine. And now we are going to select a drum kit to make it a little bit easier. And that'll be all the drum pieces. We can always change them out later. So let's just sample a few of these. Massive beat. And then I'm just going to pull up the keyboard. If you hit Command K. Then if you go down, see. If you hit Z, it goes down an octave. Whoa, it's a little bit too. It sounds like some kind of weird effect. Let's try a different one. It's alright. Let's see where the hi-hat is. Let's check it out. Tom, open hi-hat. Let's try one more. Let's see here. How about hit machine? And we can also adjust some of the sounds right here. Let's see. With the hi-hat. Let's see. And then, so the hi-hat is open hi-hat, and it's closed hi-hat right here. All right, you can work with that. So that is on, well, let's see. So you can go up an octave. Oh, that's kind of T. All right, now what we're going to do is going to go to the loops. If you hit O, it opens up the loops. And we need to find something to play drum beat to for now, because that's kind of what we're going to do. So let's see. No, those are drums. Let's see. Sounds like that song. All right, let's see. It says 128. All right, let's drag it here. Oh, first we got to make an audio track. Option Command S. Oh, that's Option Command A. There it is. And this one is going to be our loop. So we need to find some kind of picture that represents our loop, which is the sound. It's more of a keyboard, really. We'll just do this. I'll just put loop. All right, this one we don't need right now. So let's see here. Rock you like a hurricane. I can't hear ya. Oh. It was creating a stereo track, which I guess is good. All right, so let's see. Let's just do one more. So pound R repeats it. So that's good, 8 bars or 9 bars. And now if we go to the drum set, we can try to make a beat to it just for demonstration, really. I don't know about that snare. I'll probably have to change it out later. Let's see here. What's the BPM right now? 128. Okay, so the loop. Let's try it one more time. All right, I think we got it. Now we hit R to record. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now let's see. Let's do a little quantizing. Double click it, and that will bring you here. And it's showing all the hits where we did it. So if you want to line them up with the grid, you can either just do it one by one. Sometimes if you quantize it, it doesn't line it up the way you want it to, so you have to kind of mess around with it. Sometimes it does, and it makes it easy. If you just hit one and then hit Command A, select all of them, then you can quantize it 16 notes. It'll move them to the closest 16th note. So let's see what that sounds like. All right, that's good. So now we'll probably have to go back and add the hi-hats, because I kind of do it with my little keyboard, which is T. I usually just do the drums separate, but I like to keep it a one drum kit so I can, functionality-wise, it makes it easier for me to play the drums to it with everything there. In this case, I'm doing it separate again with the hi-hat, but later on you can always take the MIDI and move it to a different drum sound, or just use ULTRABEAT and change out the drum sound for whichever one you want. Makes it easy. So now let's see. Just play it back real quick. Yeah, it's pretty basic. Let's see. All right, let's do that. All right. Now let's quantize it so it lines up. Let's see. Closed hi-hat. Okay. So those were eighth notes. So I'll just quantize it to eighth note. See what that sounds like. Sounds good, but I think it needs a little bit something rather. So I like this open hi-hat on the kick. Yeah, it's a little bit something. Just do another one here. Option, drag up, copies it, delete. Oops. Drag loop. Let's see here. All right, what is this? I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Well, it's gone now. All right, so now we got our loops and our drums. We could make it more interesting for sure. But that's not really the lesson. The lesson is just how to create some drums to a basic loop. Hold on. I feel like there's something missing here. It's just really straight sounding, but you can always mess with it. But what I wanted to show you was on ULTRABEAT. So we have everything separate, which makes it easier to do panning, on different, like on the hi-hat, for instance. So if you bring up the mixer, hit X. So here's our drums right here. And see this little plus sign down here? Just hit it, and it brings up a new auxiliary. It says UB34. So that's the ULTRABEAT channel 3 and 4. So whatever you select, whatever drum sound you select for 3 and 4, that's the one it's going to go under. So that'll be your that'll be the fader for that. So if you go back to ULTRABEAT, and we were doing kick, so it says subgroup 1. So you hit that, and that's the main. That's the whole thing. And then subgroup 2 is 3 and 4. So we can make that our kick. And then let's see, our snare, we'll make that subgroup 5 and 6. And then our hi-hat, which was, I'm probably going to end up changing the hi-hat. But anyways, I think it was up here somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. So that one was, we'll do subgroup 7 and 8. And then also, once you click on a different sound here, you can like totally mess with it, like change the way it sounds and everything. Different functions and stuff. Controls and all that. So now let's go back to the mixer. So we got aux 1, that'll be our kick. So here's our kick. So now when we play it, we should see when the kick goes up, we should see it on that one if we did it right. And the hi-hat is loud. So it's, what happened? All right, so now let's get the hi-hat on this so we can mix it real quick. So that one says UB ULTRABEAT 5 and 6, which we're going to use for a snare. And then one more, aux 3, 7, and 8, that'll be our hi-hat. So we'll just say hat. And now, let's see, so we got three different channels. They should all be going. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Pan the hi-hat a little bit. That loop is so fun. All right, so now we got our 3 drums, and if you wanted to, like say you mixed it and you liked it, if you hit Control B, it brings up the so you can basically bounce it down. And so now, let's say if you were trying to save CPU power, now you got this mix down. So the only thing is now you can't really mix it. But anyways, all right, let's go back to this one. I'm gonna mute this, and let's go to ULTRABEAT real quick. So we got our kick, which is, you can also hit right there. So there's many different, I haven't actually messed with this too much, the controls, but you can change the way it sounds, add some more drive or bass, or, which I like to do, preferred, is go to your kick drum, and you can add stuff, like for instance, EQ. Alter the kick. Let's see here. Let's bring out this thing. All right. Now we'll just turn it down maybe a little bit. There's a lot you can do with it. You can add a compressor, you can add some delay. You probably have to touch lightly on this, and most likely what you do is you create like a bus. Bus 1. The bus 1 is right here, which is going to the stereo out, which is going to be coming out of this one. So bus 1, sending it to this input bus 1. And this is going to be a delay. Stereo delay. And before we mess with that, so now we got this bus set up for delay, which is aux 4. So we'll just put delay. And so now we can send some of this to the bus. We'll just bring some of this down a little bit. Left and right, wet. See, we got let's just see what it sounds like. Too much still. Turn the feedback down a little bit. All right, that's pretty good. Still might be a little bit much. All right, and now we got our kicks going. We got our snare. So you can EQ each one, put an EQ on there. You can even copy this. I wouldn't normally do that, especially because the snare and the kick will probably have a lot different EQ, but just demonstration purposes. So now I copied the bus too, which is fine. All right, so that was all right. So now, we got that, and now our hi-hats, if we put a little, do a little. That was an accident. Whoa. Let's try that again. It was weird. What happened? Oh, it was low pass all the way up. All right. So now we got that. And these are the three controls. We got the snare. I feel like we need a little more reverb. So let's do another bus 2. And this bus goes here, which we will call verb. It'll be a long verb. So now we're only using stock plugins on this right now. So let's find a verb we like. Large and bright. So let's see, rooms. Snare, long. Let's try it. I like it. Now we go here. See how much we're giving it. Let's give it some juice. There was nothing. I guess in theory that is the way to do it, but I think there's no right way. Sometimes you just have to go with your gut. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video. We made a loop. We brought a loop out of the stock loops from Apple, and then we just did an 8-bar, and then we created a drum track using ULTRABEAT. We just found another drum kit we liked, and we can always change it too. So after you did the whole beat, you could be like, I don't like it, and just do this. And sometimes it lines up. But obviously in this case, the hi-hat was not the same. It was a perk. Maybe we can change that. Let's see. How do we change it? I'm trying to remember. Cowbell. We can move this here. Wait, I think I gotta grab this. All right, now try it. Hit it. Turn it up. All right. So I hope this helps. Obviously, there's a lot you can do with this, but that was just the ULTRABEAT. I like how you can just change out the channels and really mess with it a lot, so you can get the sound you like without having to do 50 tracks. You can just do one, and then once you get it, you can always manipulate it later or change it within ULTRABEAT, or just use the MIDI and do like a different drum machine or whatever. Like you can just drum synth for your hi-hats, and then just keep this for the if you hit Shift Control F, it brings all those, which I probably shouldn't have done. But anyways, you could use the drum synth for the hi-hat if you didn't like the hi-hats. So hats, ride cymbal, sharp hi-hat. You can mess with it. That one sounds like cowbell or something. So now every note is going to be the hi-hat on this one, so you can get the pitch you like, make it really high. Well, that's really high. I don't like that sound at all. Well, there you have it. There's plenty you can do with this, and hopefully that will give you some ideas and some quick tips. And that's it. So good night, God bless, and keep on keeping on.